been a very busy day. Okay, you can tell me all this shit going in the background. I've been kegging, I've been bottling, I've been getting the grains ready for tomorrow's brew, and just outside in the garden, dealing with the kids as well. I need a drink. I'm gasping for a drink. So this is the one I'm drinking tonight. Double IPA. This is by Jonathon McAlindens. Sir Jonathon, let's call him now, after you win Beer Mill of the Year. You're a sir, maybe. You get your night out. 7% double IPA. K conditioned 16th of the 1st, 22. So there's a couple of months on it. So it'll be interesting to see if there's anything left. Now, I don't know what's in this. Johnny never sent me a recipe, however. He did warn me that there was Galaxy in it. On the hot side as well too, so no doubt his will be beautiful. Compared to the disaster that is always mine. Using that hop. The worst hop in the world in the history of homebrew. Not homebrew, the worst hop in the history of brewing. Okay, it's filled right to the top. I've already spilled it. I mean, I was bottling tonight and I didn't quite I didn't fill it that full. I mean, that was filled right up to there. I filled it down to mine down to about there, so is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Hope it's good. I hope it's good. Didn't get all the bottling done either, because I wanted to bottle the Cooper's beer kit that I did. It's still tasting a bit green on it, it has to be said. Like you would get if you put a kilo of sugar into it. But I didn't put a kilo of sugar into it, so that's curious. Oh, it's all in my hands. You smell that? Woo! Anyway, never mind all that. That's yesterday's news. That's tomorrow's news. Never mind yesterday's, just tomorrow's. There's what it looks like. It's a Merc bomb. It is a big, dirty Merc bomb. I'm gonna say it. I've said it dirty, but it's IPA colour. It's orange. That is what that colour is. Not a New England IPA colour, which is more of a yellowy kind of colour. That's IPA orange. Thank you very much. It's just completely murky, like a New England IPA. The smell of it. What do we say? This was like January sometime? 16th of January. 16th, so it is now the 26th of March. So that is over 2 months later. And it reeks. What does it reek off of? It smells of citrus and tropical fruit. Possibly the passion fruit. I think that's what I'm smelling. Although he did warn me that it was galaxies in it, so it could be in my head, but I'm pretty sure that it is in there. But the main thing is that kind of citrus. A kind of lemony, with a bit of grapefruit. Is grapefruit a citrus fruit? I'm not entirely sure. What constitutes a citrus? What does it mean? Is citrus? I don't know. You know what? That's not. I'm too tired. The mind's going. I'm just like babbling now. So it happens. Get too tired, you start babbling. I'm not even how to drink it. Okay, it smells good. It smells bloody good for being 2 months old. I'll say that. Excellent. Cheers, Johnny. I'm going to. Big body. There's the Galaxy. It is in there, but it's not. It is not. It's that same kind of bittery. It's kind of that same kind of bitter taste that I got. The astringent taste, but it's not quite as impacting as it's been on my beers. Now I'm not sure how much is in this, but it's definitely there, and but it's on the back end. It's not up front, which is a bonus. no, it's quite a real. Yeah, there's it coming in. There's it coming in on the back end. So that is definitely the taste of Galaxy. It's it is a curious hop. You know, you get that initial taste. It's really nice. And then that bitterness comes in. Now it's not, I think the 7%, right? So it's big body. So there is a lot of sweetness in there, which possibly is what is kind of taking the edge off. There is definitely something else in there though as well. I'm not sure what. Citra maybe or something. I'm not entirely sure. It does have that kind of that sweetness that you would kind of get with double IPAs, but the big body, which is probably coming from the big body, and the bitterness. But the bitterness is coming from the Galaxy, it seems, or maybe it's a combination of the Galaxy and the actual bittering hops. But you know what? It's actually acceptable in a beer like that, a beer that big. I mean, I could live with Galaxy if it was part, the kind of the minority part of a double IPA. I don't brew too many double IPAs because I would just be drunk all the time. Carbonation is kind of low. There's bubble streaming up, but it's kind of, it feels low, which is good. I think that maybe if it was more carbonated, it might taste a bit more aggressive as well too. There's a real nice flavour in there though when you take it in, which must be the combination of the Galaxy and whatever else is in there. That's possibly Citra, I think. But yeah, very nice. I haven't brewed anything with Citra in a long time. I basically run out, and I don't want to buy any more. I'm going to buy half a kilo from Timmy, but I need desperately to try and use a lot of the hops, and that's what we're trying to do. So, I mean, you could put Citra in anything and it would work. I did a beer, it was one of the beers I did with my own hops. Now the hops I grow here, as good as it is to grow them, they do have a real kind of vegetal taste to them, which is not very nice, I'll be honest. As fun as it is to actually grow the things. But I think it was the second harvest, I did a beer and I added Citra. I had like Citra leaf, and I added the Citra to the boil, and it turned out really nice. And it was based on a kind of Oktoberfest type of beer, and it worked. It really worked. And the Citra helped the kind of the cabbage hops, let's call them. So that if it works for that beer, then God knows it'll work for combination with Galaxy, which is, you know, it's better than my hops, but it's not it's not that much better, let's be honest. No, I'm a bit harsh. So yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go because I could just sit here and talk rubbish for the next 10 minutes. Just about stuff, you know. What can I say? I'm unwinding. It's a Saturday night. I bottled the rest of the Talus, the Nelson and Talus Pilsner, which Johnny, you're going to get one. I tried bottling the one, I have another New Zealand Pilsner on, which has got Nelson and Rakai. And since the two of them are cleared now, it took 4 months at least to clear the things. But they're clear and they're really tasting good. but I couldn't bottle the Racow because it had gone foamy, and I need to figure out why that's happening. And I don't know, I have a theory that it's like when it's low in the keg, it just goes really kind of crazy. But if that was the case, then surely the Racow would be like that. Space in here is a premium, okay? I've kind of shelved everything up here and over there, and now I need to turn my attention to back there. I mean, see that there? That is not actually a shelf. That is a piece of wood, and I had to take all the stuff off it because I thought I was putting too much stuff on, and it's not weight bearing really. It's only there. It was only ever there for decoration, to be honest. I don't even have proper brackets for that. It's just like literally a right angle kind of bracket, which is not really there to hold weight. So that's why I had to kind of put the plants up there. That plus the fact, because the plants are over here, but the plants, I had to, it's basically, this room is a white box, okay? You walk in and it's just like white everywhere. And it's just like, oh yeah, okay. Jesus. This is, fucking hell. This is 7%, this, Johnny. Fuck. Feels about 10%. Okay, never mind about the plants. They're plastic anyway, by the way. So they're just there to break up the white. So, yeah. So I'm going to sort out over there, is what we're saying. Including that shelf. It's probably going to go, and then we're going to work out some kind of, we need to maximise the space. It's like the Dutch. The Dutch have figured out, they've only got a small country, okay? And like, it's all flat, and it's got canals, and it floods and stuff, so they have to maximise the space. And they've worked out a way to do this. And that's kind of what I'm doing in here. We're going Dutch in this space. So now you know I'm drunk. You know I'm drunk. I'm just waffling. And we were at 11 minutes and I said I can talk for now 10 minutes. I'm thinking maybe I should just talk for now 10 minutes. Who cares? I can cut it all out anyway. It doesn't really matter. Tomorrow, brew day, we're doing the Russian Imperial Stout. We're not even doing a Russian Imperial Stout. I'll tell you what it is. I don't have the book in here. But I was looking at the recipe for in the Bible for the Russian Imperial Stout. And I was seeing what I needed. Because, everybody... I asked one time, ideas for stuff. And people kept sending me messages about, the one from the Bible. Because I'd never brewed it. I was thinking, okay, I'll tell you what. Let's maybe brew that and see. And as I was having a look at the recipe in the book, on the other page of the book, there's one which is like a vanilla bourbon stout. And it's like, I love bourbon, love vanilla, and I'm looking to do an Imperial Stout. Yes, yes, yes. And when I looked at the recipe, it had like all the stuff I had. It had bloody brown malt. I mean, not everyone has brown malt. I have loads of brown malt. It has Vienna malt. I've got loads of it. Well, I had loads of Vienna malt. I'm getting through it very quickly. Got enough of that. Basically, got everything in the recipe. And the other week, I was in Lidl in town, and this was after Pancake Day, and then they were trying to must have got loads of stuff in for Pancake Day. They had all these vanilla pods, and it was all discounted. I don't know why it was discounted. I think maybe just people weren't buying them or something, but I mean the date on them is like 2025, so they could in theory have kept them, but they were discounted, and so I ended up with I don't know, 4 packets, 2 pods each in a packet. It's got loads of vanilla pods. Just pure coincidence. This was before I looked at the recipe, even figured out what I was going to do. It just happened to be there in the right place, and I bought them. And then obviously bourbon. So it gave me an excuse to buy bourbon because I really like it. So I've got another bottle of bourbon. So yeah, that is the plan tomorrow. And I think realistically that's going to be the Christmas beer for this year. I like to kind of experiment with some crazy recipes at Christmas, and that might still happen, to be fair. But because we ended up with like a bloody Flanders Red completely by accident last year, and I've still got one bottle of it left in the fridge, and I don't know when to drink it because it's like the last bottle of the smoked oak bourbon red, which basically turned into a Flanders Red somehow, accidentally. So yeah, we still got one bottle of that. So I don't think it's going to be anything crazy this year. Probably this going to be this. I'm going to brew it. The usual drill is to brew it at 14 litres and then bottle it off. So I don't have a massive amount of them. There's a limited quantity. It should hopefully be more than last year, to be fair. But yeah, I don't really want it. It's going to be about 8% or so. So I don't think I want it on tap. But I want it in small bottles. So yeah, anyway. We've hit 20 minutes. Hooray! I've talked for another 10 minutes. Yes! Get in there. Oh. Thank you for the beer, Sir Johnny. The more it goes down, the more drunk I feel, the less I'm tasting that bloody Galaxy. It is definitely in there. It is definitely in there. And yeah, I'm sure you can taste it too. We all know, I think we all know, don't we? Can we agree that we all know that that there is a taste to Galaxy which is bitter and astringent and pretty horrible? But somehow it seems to be more restrained in this beer than it has been in any of my beers so far. So, is that my phone over there? The wife's calling me. Hello? Love you. Love you. Well, she texted me as well. I've always got my phone on silent. I'm kind of one of these persons. I need to set up my phone so that it goes into do not disturb mode automatically, rather than I manually turn everything to silent. Which I started doing when you don't need to know this. You don't need to know this, right? But I used to have use my phone for work a lot. A previous phone, not that one, because I hadn't installed it on that. And the company that I work for whatever reason, because they were a bunch of bloody arseholes, basically. Not saying it's my current company, but could be. But yeah, they would always send through corporate emails at fucking stupid o'clock. You know, like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And it's bloody annoying. And because they're not based in the same time zone as me, it would always be like a couple of hours. They would always do one in the morning as well too, which would be, you know, wake up time. And yeah, it got pretty annoying, so I kind of started, and now it's automatic, where I just turn everything off on the phone, keep the phone on because I use it as an alarm clock, but I turn everything down, and then in the morning I forget to turn everything back up again. So then my phone is permanently on silent, it seems, and I don't realise it until someone phones and I miss the call and it's like, oh shit, fucking hell. That's why. So yeah, I'm sure if you've tried to phone me and you've missed, that's why. Okay, so I can only apologise, even though I don't really want to talk to you. So on that bombshell, let's actually go this time. A 7-minute beer review has turned into 25 minutes of Christ knows what. Thank you very much, Johnny. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, God, Jesus, and all his disciples. And thank you to Frank Lampard for sending us down this year. Thanks.